Hey crossword fans! Today we're going to be solving the New York Times crossword for Saturday, December 21st, 2024. Alright, let's get started. One across, shifty little sucker, and this is wordplay. So it's not just about a untrustworthy person. I wonder if it's about a literal sucker somehow, or maybe something that shifts? Or maybe it's both. Is there something that shifts and is a sucker somehow? I wonder if it's like a squid or an octopus. Oh, wait a minute. I mean, some cephalopods shift their colors, right? And they have suckers on their tentacles? Cephalopod? I think that might fit actually. That would be so funny. X follower perhaps. Is this X in the Greek alphabet? That would be Chi, right? I have no idea what comes after Chi. Lead into gram? It's not Instagram. Isogram? I don't know. Losing athlete in the 2002 and 2003 NBA finals. I definitely was not following basketball back then. Runs off at the mouth. This is more wordplay. So it's not about talking a lot. Runs off at the mouth. I wonder if this is making a pun about the mouth of a river. Runs. Is it like rapids? Ooh. I guess it could be. It could be rapids. That's not usually at the mouth of a river, though, is it? Maybe it is. No longer waffle. That feels like it should be opt, like you're making a decision. A la king. More wordplay. So, I think a la king is a way to prepare certain kinds of food. So maybe it's making a pun about an actual king, like regal, a la king. That would be like a king. Let's take out rapids. It's looking like that's not right. Let's try regal here. Maybe we can put in opt, although this PL looks very bad. Like a noisy toy. I have a feeling they're talking about a toy dog here, a small dog. I would really want that to be yappy. So that means this is not regal. Although it does still kind of feel like it has to be an adjective, so the Y looks kind of good. I suppose they could be talking about maybe a king-size mattress? I don't know. Turned off. What could this be? Is it turned off as in you don't like something, or is it exiting? You know what it could be? Maybe it's shut off. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, we've got a little bit of crossing help here. Shifty little sucker. I wonder if it could be a squid of some kind. Off-kissed part of the statue of St. Peter in Vatican City. I kind of doubt it's going to start with a Q. Is it toe? I guess that would make sense, maybe. Shield with 4. And it's a grid spanner? What in the world is this? With 4? Oh man, I don't even know where to start with this one. Not born yesterday, so to speak. I would want this to be something like savvy. Bed hogs at times. They steal all the blankets? At times, so not at all times. I don't know what they're going for here. Let's look at more of these long acrosses. Madrid's Teatro Real for one. This sounds like it's about a theater. Maybe it's an opera house? That would fit. The King of Mambo. Who would be the king of Mambo? Oh no, I have no idea. Ex-follower perhaps. Is this going to be a Greek letter? Is there a Greek letter with an O in the middle? I'm not sure if there is. This could be an epigram. Losing athlete. So this has got to be like a team name, right? Like a Cav or something. Huh. Ugh, I'm so bad at basketball. Runs off at the mouth. It sort of feels like it's going to end in an S. Lines in bars. Are we talking about pubs or bars of music, maybe? It feels like it wants to be lyrics in bars of music. Either way, it's probably going to end in an S. Runs off at the mouth. Huh. Is it a river mouth? It really feels like this wants to be a toe. UE? The king of Mambo. Hey, maybe it's Tito Puente. I've heard of him at least. So, X follower. Dot? Why would it be a dot? Losing athlete. Oh no. Is it drools? Okay. So it's your saliva running off the edge of your mouth? Oh my goodness. That is not what I was expecting. Shifty little sucker. I guess this could be about a lollipop, maybe. Not born yesterday. It could be astute. Yeah, you're kind of observant. Bed hogs at times. I wonder if they're talking about a person, or is it going to be something else? Hill alternatives in brief. This is probably intrauterine devices. So, is it going to be a description of bed hogs? Is this going to be a Y? Needy? That does not feel like a good answer. Shifty little sucker. Is it a bendy straw? Oh my goodness. That is a really funny answer. It's sucking up your drink. So this must be a Brooklyn net. And this is a bot on X, formerly Twitter. Oh my goodness. What a tricky clue. Okay, so we got an L here. It's not royally. A la king. Regally. Shield with 4. Run interference 4. Wow. That's a pretty cool entry. Reason for foot tapping. Are you keeping the beat? Reason for foot tapping. Are you impatient? And this is what? Weeds? Weedy? I think this is all right. Bed hogs. Is this talking about a riverbed? And it's weeds? Or maybe a garden bed? Oh my god, what a crazy clue. Isolated. It's not remote. What is this? Confirmation for 1? That would be an example of a right. Some who whistle while they work. Is this a ref? Maybe at a basketball game? A Brooklyn Nets basketball game? Chinese dog breed for short. That has to be a Pekingese. Jenny Blank, Grammy-nominated R&B singer. I've never heard of this person before. Oh boy. Comms group? Comms. This is kind of informal, so maybe our answer is informal too. Would it be a PR team? Wow. Yeah, that was pretty tricky. So we have another grid spanner going across here. Alabama is in it, but Alaska is not. I mean, this could be talking about any number of things. It could be talking about time zones. It could just be the lower 48 states. Oh my god, is that what it is? Lower 48? This is an amazing entry. I really love this. Lower 48, wow. I've definitely never seen that one before. Steak. So you have some skin in the game? Is that what's going on here? Or is it just a wooden stake? This is a pretty ambiguous clue. Latin for trumpet? Boy. I don't know. First name in country. I gotta guess this is Reba for Reba McEntire. She's a country singer. Is this just tuba? Steak. Noisy Asian bird. Is that a myna bird? Could it be fund? Like you're staking someone, you're giving them money for some project? Goodness, man, this is a very tough Saturday so far. Isolated. All the greater? Is it more so? I don't know if that is right. Japanese food that's a good source of what it spells backward. I want it to be iron, just starting with an I, so that would be nori. That's seaweed, that's funny. Okay. Mount Blanc, Canada's highest peak. I do not know this off the top of my head. Reason for foot tapping. What was this? Oh, it's a name. This could literally be probably any consonant, and maybe some of the vowels too. Oh boy. Is this astute? It does feel right. It just feels like this can't be a consonant if all of these are right. Could this be a vowel? Antsiness? Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you're tapping your foot, you could be very antsy. Oof, boy. So this is Aiko. Yeah, I've never seen that name before. Isolated. Is it siloed? You're isolated from maybe another part of the business? My goodness. Okay, all the greater. Maybe it is more so. It just feels a little weird to me still. One who's made it to some degree. This is another wordplay clue. So it's not about being successful generally. I bet it's specifically making a pun about a university degree. One who's made it to some degree. Unless it's talking about someone with a fever. That kind of degree. I'm not sure which way they're going to go with this. Apt name for a thief. What's a 3-letter name? That could mean to take something. Stew? That doesn't make sense. Lands. Is it about landing a plane? A ship? Is it talking about land? Like a land mass? It feels like it wants to end in ashore. Is it comes ashore? That would be landing a ship, right? Returner's call. Returner. Is this tennis? Is it let? Like if your serve hits the net? Is that something the returner would say? I thought that would be something the umpire would say. Austrian composer Mahler? I have heard of Mahler. I don't know if I know what his first name is. Character who says, I am short, fat, and proud of that. That's good old Winnie the Pooh. Okay, that's going to help a lot in this corner. CDEG abbreviated. Is this a certificate of deposit? What would that be an example of? Or maybe a compact disc? Huh. Shrinks org. American psychiatric something? I kind of like it. An equivalent phrase. That's so something? Is it a T? Yeah, it could be an account, right? At your bank, if it's a certificate of deposit. I have no idea what this last letter is. Oh no. One who's made it to some degree. College grad? There we go. They have some degree if they graduated. All right. Returner's call. Maybe it is let. Maybe we're talking about tennis. This looks like it's got to be Logan, right? That's not bad. I kind of like it. And this is Rob, of course. How did we not think of that? Oh, God. American Psychiatric Association? Alma Mahler? Oof, that might have to be our last square. Rooney of Women Talking. I know there's an actress named Rooney Mara. Okay. Slogged through. Waded through. Vineyard eponym. So it's something in a vineyard that is named after something, or things are named after. Vineyard eponym. I have no idea where they're going with this one. Form letters, more wordplay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's not about a generic boilerplate letter. Form letters. Is it about writing? It could be write, right? You're writing a letter? Exclamation with a shake. Are you shaking hands on a deal? It's a deal. I don't know how to say that in only 3 letters. Blue laws, e.g. What would blue laws be an example of? Blue laws are laws that kind of restrict the sale of alcohol. So I don't think it would be an example of a tort. I don't know what they're asking for here. And the blank wraths out Grabe Jabberwocky line. I'm glad this is a line from Jabberwocky because I was starting to think I was seeing things here. So it's going to be some kind of nonsense word. Like many on a Zoom call. Maybe remote workers. This could literally be anything. It has to be a vowel, probably. Like a sole source contract. Sole source? I have never heard of that before. I'm assuming it's a contract where you're only working with one vendor. I don't know how else you would describe that. What do we have here? Most of the 1980s. Most of that would have been in the Reagan era. No bid, I guess, because they wouldn't have had to put a bid in if they're the sole source. Oh my goodness. It's a little shady. Botanical garden? Not quite. Is it a bonsai tree? It could be, right? Because it's little, so it provides a little bit of shade. Oh man. And this was MoMA? And the MoMA wraths out Grabe? What a tough clue for MoMA. You could have clued the museum here. Worth a shot. It can't hurt? That's a good equivalent phrase. Far below the surface. Deep somewhere. Woodpeckers fair? Do they eat sap from a tree? I thought they were pecking for insects. That's interesting. Blue laws. And it's an example. What is this? Vineyard eponym. Oh, it's got to be Martha's Vineyard off the coast of Massachusetts. The island or the vineyard would be named after Martha. Okay. Bad place to be stuck. You don't want to be stuck in a rut. Short palindrome in the middle of a famous longer one. I mean, it has to be air because we already have the ER. So I guess it's able was I, ere I saw Elba. That's a pretty famous palindrome. Track stat. What kind of track? A racing track? ETA, estimated time of arrival? Is that a track stat? I don't know. This has to be deep-seated, right? Estimated time of departure on the track? Oh, it must be talking about a train track. Okay, you would have an estimated time of departure on a train track. Okay, so do we have enough to get this? Oh, it has to be burr, right? You're cold, you're shaking. So this is bans. They're banning alcohol. Okay. Yeah, they would be an example of bans. Oh man, can we get some more help here? We weren't really able to work into this section up here. Pen for a hit. Okay, it must be a hit of nicotine and e-cig. Okay. Adds to the code say. Is this computer code? Or is it genetic code? CTS, that's interesting. The Hate You Give, author Thomas. I have heard of this. I don't know the author's name, though. Oh boy. Well, let's see if we can get some of these long downs. We have a little bit of crossing help. Salt, but not pepper. Well, I know SALT as an acronym was some kind of nuclear treaty. So it does look like it might start with nuclear. Maybe it's a nuclear pact? Let's see if that helps on the acrosses here. Its first airing was The French Chef with Julia Child. Was that PBS? That's so funny. I just watched an old episode of The French Chef on YouTube the other day. Man, she was such a character. She was great. Okay. Black and white divers. Are these auks? That's a type of bird. And they are black and white mostly. Let's see. Last ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom familiarly. So this was a ruling family in Egypt. It's got to be Cleopatra. Yeah. What some people display after getting stuck. This is more wordplay. My goodness. After getting stuck? Where is the pun here? This means trouble. That's got to be SOS. Some people display... Man, this one's going over my head. Star-forming region nearest to Earth. Oh my god, so... It's got to be some kind of nebula, right? Because that's where stars are born. Orion? That would fit. I've heard of the Orion Nebula. Allah King. Nobly. There we go. They were looking for an adverb. Oh man, that was so tricky. Lines in bars. Search bars? It could be URLs. Certain tech exec. Chief Information Officer, CIO. I was just going to say, this looks like it has to be blow a gasket. Go ballistic. Very nice. So this is enacts. Oh my goodness, it's legal code. That was not something we considered. And this has to be Angie Thomas. And this has to be tats. After getting stuck with tattoo needles, of course. Okay, so... What are we doing over here? I think we wanted to put it in A, right? Alma mater? I wonder what his alma mater was. Okay, let's go ahead and throw this A in there and see if that'll do it for us. Ooh. Okay, 1 square is a miss. Oh, crumbs. Let's see if we can find this. I wonder if it's just a different vowel here. Let's go ahead and try all of the vowels and see if any of them hit. Oh dear. Oh no. Okay, something else is probably wrong. I can't imagine this is going to be a consonant. So let me see if I can track down our error here. You know, I wonder if I just spelled interference wrong. I don't think this is actually an A. I think this might be an E. And this would be "en the mome ras outgrabe." I would like that better because this is a really weird way to clue MoMA. So let's try putting an E in here and see if that'll do it for us. Excellent, a Saturday puzzle in 34 minutes. Yeah, this felt like a proper challenging Saturday puzzle. This one really put me through my paces. There was a lot of really tricky puns. Shifty little sucker. This would have been a good clue to ask about a cephalopod also, but bendy straw is another excellent answer. This was a very tricky clue, these acronyms, salt but not pepper. Oh man. Orion Nebula, so many good long answers today. Blow a gasket is amazing. Run interference, crossing lower 48. I absolutely loved lower 48 as an entry. Oh, this was so ambiguous, a lands. One who's made it to some degree, college grad. Yeah, there's a lot of really funny puns today, but the cluing really was cranked up a notch. Form letters right. Oof, man. And a couple of these proper nouns really threw us for a loop too. Aiko and Alma. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed solving that very tough Saturday puzzle with me. I hope you all have a lovely holiday with your friends and family, and I'll see you all next time.